Hey guys, welcome back on a day with some bad news for the Toronto Raptors losing Kyle Lowry. Some good news happens as well as they are able to retain Gary Trent Jr. on a pretty team-friendly deal. 3 year, 54 million is the official number. There is a player option on the third year as well, so that's ultimately up to Trent. But hey, that means for at least 2 years, a guy like Gary Trent Jr. continues to believe in the Toronto Raptors core, and doesn't have much reason not to. Fred VanVleet there, yes, Lowry left, but Dragic potentially there. Trent Jr. as well. They obviously are moving, at least for the most part, in the right direction, I would say. And as I mentioned on that note, Goran Dragic potentially playing there. He was part of the sign and trade with Kyle Lowry. It has come out that he actually would prefer a trade to the Dallas Mavericks, and if they can reroute him there, that is something Dragic would actually prefer. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something worked out there. In terms of possible comeback for the Raptors, I could see something like Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson, and maybe another second round pick coming back forward for the Raptors, which isn't a bad haul either way. They get to continue to add a couple of solid players. Brunson is a guy who could definitely play back up to low caliber starting minutes for the point guard position as he already is. So with Trent Jr., potentially Dragic or Brunson or whoever it may be at point guard as well, overall, the Raptors, again, trending in the right direction. Trent Jr., a guy who he's gotten better every single year, and it does leave them still with some cap room to bring in another guy, even if it's not through the trade. They could still definitely look at some options there. So I think it's a very good move for the Toronto Raptors. And if come 2 year time, they're not contending, they have a pretty team friendly contract again that they could even move and get whatever assets they have to in return. So I don't think either way the Raptors are going to lose with this signing, because at the very worst, they're going to probably get pretty much what they gave up for Trent Jr. to begin with. So that's not something that I think is anything to scoff at. Again, I like the signing personally. Trent Jr. career 40% or just under 40% three-point shooter, 80% free throw shooter. So again, solid player, exactly what the Raptors need offensively. And now it's just a matter of who's going to be around them, if Goran's going to play, if it's going to be a guy like Brunson, if he's even in the package, maybe he won't be. Maybe it'll be Powell, Finney-Smith, guys like that. But per rumors, it's been suggested that Goran Dragic is going to be traded to the Mavericks, and Dwight Powell in some capacity will be involved in that deal to have obviously a Canadian homecoming of sorts involved there. So we'll see how that all pans out. But for the time being, Trent Jr. staying with the Raptors, Goran Dragic potentially with the Raptors, may get traded to the Mavericks. We'll see where that all ends up throughout the night and the next day. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you soon with some more content.